Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Your Excellencies and colleagues. My name is Deepayan Basu. I'm a policy advisor at Oxfam and a member of the Control Arms Coalition. My colleagues and I have seen firsthand through our humanitarian work, how the irresponsible arms trade has had the types of impacts on communities. We have seen how mass murderers, militias, rebels, criminals in the Middle East, Latin America, Asia, Europe, and Africa seem to never lack the tools to maim, kill, and terrorize. There is an overflow of illegal armed actors, as never before, and they have been supplied by lethal weapons, both from northern, southern, developed, and developing alike. Millions have died as a result of armed conflict since the ATT process began, fueled by the unrestrained trade in conventional weapons. But I submit to you that the costs are much greater than simply the lives lost. The poorly regulated trade in arms and ammunition weakens the ability and willingness of governments to create enabling environments. Development gains are reversed in communities. Communities are paralyzed, schools are closed, immense strains are placed on health systems, which discourages investment and undermines security and the rule of law. That is why arms control initiatives have a major implication for the processes of socioeconomic development. Let us be clear, the ATT is not a panacea. It does, however, represent a key tool to impede irresponsible and destabilizing arms transfers. Firmly embedding development concerns within the ATT would ensure that arms control processes contribute to building more effective states with active citizens and together build environments that allow development to flourish. Addressing the legitimate security needs of a state is not contrary to development. And as such, arms transfers can contribute to the establishment of the rule of law and reducing poverty. But all too often, arms transfers instead contribute to the erosion of development and the encouragement of corruption. In order to ensure that arms transfers do not undermine development, the ATT should require arms exporting states to assess before each transfer if A, the expenditure on arms increases unserviceable national debt, B, the arms expenditure involves or encourages corruption, C, the transfer undermines peace-building and reconciliation efforts, and D, if the arms transfers exacerbate existing incidences of armed violence, including gender-based armed violence in the country. We have seen and learned through our experiences working to overcome poverty and injustice that the best way to ensure enduring changes in the behavior of states is through empowering local people and to enable civil society to hold governments accountable to their promises. This is why transparency is a critical component of the ATT. But this cannot happen unless transparency is embedded in the treaty. If people do not know what their governments are doing, they cannot engage in the process. Therefore, I encourage you all to ensure that this treaty contains the necessary level of transparency to empower your populations to engage in political processes in a meaningful way. Because with active citizens working together with active states, we know that this treaty will achieve its core humanitarian objective and consolidate development gains. Thank you very much, sir.